Good morning, Sandy and Jason, and welcome to Hometown Living.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Isn't necessarily a normal match, so to speak. So how did this collaboration take place?
Well, actually, Portage Township and Real Services work very closely together anyway in a lot of the services that we provide to the community. But the Senior Center idea came from a luncheon one day. We were sitting around talking about what else we could be doing in the community. The CEO of Real Services has a lot of experience. We're really lucky to have her in our community. And she said, you know, it's really strange there's not a dedicated senior center here in a town like South Bend. And from there, we just said, well, why don't we do one then? So Portage Township kind of huddled up with our key stakeholders, and we got on the same page real quickly to say, we've got a building, let's turn it into a senior center, and we were off to the races.
That's wonderful. And then you guys received a grant to go in and do some of the remodeling as well, correct?
We did as well. Jason and the trustee's office has been gracious in doing a lot of the renovations, so that has allowed us and afforded us the ability to furnish it and bring in audio and visual and get prepared for our coming programming.
I love it. So what kind of services will you provide there?
We are going to have a little bit of everything. Of course, we're going to have the typical senior center itinerary. We're going to have cards. We're going to have games. We're going to have art classes. Our agency, Real Services, does a lot with health education. So we're going to bring a lot of health education in, our matter of balance and helping our seniors maintain their balance and mobility, our PASS program working with chronic illnesses, and probably the most popular, Bingo Size.
I read that. What is that?
So Bingo Size is basically working through the motions, going through doing exercises and bingoing at the same time. So I will admit, Kim, I've not seen it firsthand, but it will be happening, a demonstration.
I love that. Well, and you've got some tech classes too, right?
We do.
Which I think is really important because I feel like elderly feel like they're not involved because they're not tech savvy.
That's actually very correct. Actually, we're working with the University of Notre Dame as well as St. Joseph County Public Library on programming. St. Joe County Public Library has been great. They have a lot of free programming. They do have a generational technology class that will assist with using your telephone, your cell phone, using your computer, getting on your email, and so forth. Another critical component, because we still do have a lot of seniors in the workforce, is they do a resume and job placement class. So I've asked them if they could maybe combine the two. And push that next level of uploading that resume and submitting an online application. So we're going to have a lot of those things there too. We're going to have a therapy dog. We're talking animals today. We've got some therapy dogs coming through. We've got some genealogy classes. We have a lot of programming coming in. I'm still putting the pieces together, but April 1st, it will be in place.
And what does it mean for you to have this as part of South Bend and to be where it is in the community?
I think that it's going to be a source of pride for our community because this population is a growing population. And I think the last stat that I saw was our senior population is about equal to our young population here in St. Joe County. And social isolation is a big deal in the senior community. And you know, basically, it's just going to provide an outlet. I was actually with a couple of the nonprofits the other day, and I said, you know, they said, we really could use some volunteers for some things. And I said, well, you know, there's a lot of seniors in this community that are just being asked. They want to be involved. They want to be engaged. They want to be, I don't want to say useful, but like they want to still contribute to the community. So here's dedicated space where we can really just grow from that. And so I think it's going to be a great source of pride for the entire community.
And what does it mean for you to actually have the space in downtown on a bus line where it makes it easy for the seniors to get to?
It's absolutely wonderful. It's a beautiful neighborhood. It truly is. It's a great location, all one level. Beautiful historic downtown South Bend. In addition to what we'll be doing interior, I think it would be a nice place to start working groups and scavenger hunts throughout the neighborhood. And that neighborhood, along with our community, has a great sense of pride. So they've been peeking in windows and knocking on doors.
They're very excited.
Yes, they are very excited.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for all that you're doing for our community, and this is going to be a wonderful asset. So thank you so much. If you would like to learn more about Real Services Portage Commons, just head over to realservices.com/Portage-Commons, and don't forget to follow them on social media. Promotional consideration furnished by